What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Everyone's having a great day today. So first, sit down with the GoPro, and I'm pretty excited to finally have a sit-down video with this thing because this camera is pretty darn sweet. I love this thing so much already. I've gotten tons of comments and messages about how much better this camera is. So I'm glad you guys enjoy it as much as I do. I'm really excited to bring more of this stuff to the channel with this camera. But today's video, we're going to talk about the story behind why I decided to wrap my truck and the story behind why I chose the color I chose. Now, I'm still going to be careful to not reveal the color that I chose. A select few people know this color now, and I am not telling pretty much anyone else outside of family that wants to know the color. So, all that said, let's get into the video on why I decided to wrap my truck. So, for those who don't know, my truck is 248,000 miles, and it's not in the greatest shape cosmetically. I would say it's probably a good 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. It's got a couple of minor dings and dents, and of course the scrapes and stuff. But besides that, really, it's pretty straight. Other than, you know, some fading on some of the other body parts, which is really the main cause of it. Not as much the scrapes and the dings and stuff like that, as much as it was the fading. On the hood and the roof. It really showed its age and showed that it, you know, it had a hard life. So I wanted to kind of cover that up, and I was looking into paint, and I was sitting there thinking I could, you know, with the amount of body work the truck would need and then getting it painted on top of that would cost a lot of money. So I was like, well, maybe it'd probably be smarter to just do the body work ourselves anyway. And instead of sanding the whole thing down, going and paying $5 grand to get the paint color that I wanted, which was a Laguna Blue Metallic off the Corvette Z06, the C7, why not just go ahead and, you know, wrap it, do the body work anyway, sand it, Bondo it, whatever, do whatever you need to do, and then wrap over it. Michael had, just at the time, finished the wrap on the Mazda. And I thought, well, it's going to save me a lot of money and the time to have him help me install it, as well as, you know, buying material, doing the bodywork. Bondo is not a very inexpensive thing. I just need to, you know, YouTube a couple things and get my dad in on it, because my dad has worked with Bondo in the past. Hayden even has a little bit of a background in Bondo, so hopefully, if, you know, some things, if he wants to help, he can help. And I was like, you know what, we can Bondo a lot of this stuff and fix it, and then go and wrap over this, and it'll be like nothing ever happened. So then the gears began to spin in motion, and I had, you know, started looking into colors. I talked with Michael. We kind of gotten everything set up, and Michael was still probably a little upset at me to this day about how I kind of sped things up quick. I had money and savings ready to go for it. I was ready for this, and I pretty much decided on 3 colors, one of which was the color I chose, which, as you guys saw, was a 3M color. I had a second 3M color called Deep Space, which was a very Mr. Chromish kind of color, and it was kind of picked out as the least favorite of the group from all the people I had talked to. And then I had Hexus's Apollo Blue, which was as close as I could get to the Laguna Blue Metallic from the C7. And I wound up going with the color that I chose, which was pretty much the story behind that goes, my grandfather's 67 Camaro is this exact color, just minus all the flake. It was a factory color for the 67, and ever since I saw it the first time, it's my favorite color cars can come in. I've seen it even on some very small amounts of Gen 2 trucks, as well as, you know, the Mustang and a couple other cars that come in this color. It's a very special color to me. It's very nostalgic, and I saw it and I was like, I have to get this color. And so I ordered it, and Michael was very upset at me because I didn't buy a satin finish. It's what he's, you know, learned with. He knows the most about working with satin finishes. But in the end, you know, he still agreed to install it, so I'm very thankful for that. Like I said, Michael was not a fan of it at first, but it was more he wanted me to wait and see the colors in person before I bought it. You know, very obvious thing I should have done, but I just liked the pictures so much. I was like, this has got to be the perfect color for me. So I placed my order. FedEx decided to take their sweet time, as you guys saw in last week's whole debacle where I talked about it. And then it finally showed up, and is now, which is where the last video comes into play, which was just really sweet. I was so excited to see this color for the first time, and, you know, it was the debut of this camera. It was a really special video, despite the goof up in the aspect ratio, which I've since fixed. If you guys can't tell, it's even higher resolution now than it was before. So at the end of the day, I've, fallen in love with, the color. I'm really excited for this. The process is going to be too hard. It'll be a relatively simple run, I think. I mean, there might be a couple like difficult spots here and there. Like Michael says, the hood is going to be really difficult. And I see some parts of the front bumper, like the fog light area, being a bit of a challenge. But outside of that, really, I don't really see the truck being too much of a challenge for him. We'll just have to wait and see how things go in that front. But I'm really excited to bring it to you guys. The color, everything. The truck's not going to look the same. And I'm really excited to finally get to bring this to the channel because it's something I've wanted to do for a very, very long time. And one thing I want to do to close this video out, leave your guesses in the comments below if you think you can guess what color I got. Those who know, like the 6 or 7 of you, do not comment it. Please, don't ruin this for me. Anyway, guys, though, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe for more content coming soon. We're going to be doing a bit of an overhaul to our chill stream this weekend. I meant to talk with it more Hayden and Michael earlier today. I literally just got off Discord with them maybe about an hour and a half ago. Talk about how we're going to start having some guests on the streams. So I'm going to start off. I've already got my list, so I'll talk more about it when I'm ready to, have people, like, I guess, apply to be a guest on the show. But I've already got, like, my list of a few people that I'm going to talk to first because they're the most loyal subscribers. And by that, I don't mean the most loyal as in, like, oh my gosh, I would buy all your merch if you had merch. It's just these guys show up to every live stream, every video, they're parts of the social media groups. I want to make it special for a select group of individuals that are involved in the channel. So we've got our first one coming up this weekend, our first guest on the live stream, which I'm really excited again to bring you guys. So stay tuned for this weekend's chill stream. For that, we had Andrew with the RS on last week, so it's been pretty cool to have a actual subscriber on this week. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys on, well, technically Monday with a brand new video. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe out there.